All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today at Hales Parker Dentistry. I'm Dr. Hales. This is Dr. Parker. So I don't know what episode we're on now, but
405.
we're getting up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying all our conversations.
Probably not.
So today we're talking about kids' appointments and kind of when to start coming to the dentist and when to start brushing and things like that.
Yeah, we get questions all the time here in Ladera Ranch. Obviously, a lot of young families, so parents are asking us because they want to do good for their kids, right? They want to make sure their kids have good experience at the dentist, so they ask us. So first, when do you bring your kids to the dentist? Obviously, a difficult question because you think of your typical dental visit as x-rays and cleaning and chatting with the dentist and that type of thing. And when you have a 1-year-old kid, it's like, well, do they need all that? So we modify appointments for younger kids, and so really you should bring your kid as soon as they have teeth. When they have teeth, they should be coming to the dentist, and it's not going to be an hour visit or anything like that, but you're getting them used to coming to a dental office, what the aesthetics are, because it's different than the doctor's office. Having someone with gloves on, looking in their mouth and whatnot. And then as they get used to it, you stage in more and more, a little bit of brushing and cleaning. When they get to be able to tolerate it, x-rays, that type of thing. And so if you as a parent are prepping them well, that it's going to be an easy appointment, that this is just what everybody does, and you can do a little bit of practice at home, lay them back, have them open, look around in their mouth. That's helpful practice, and so that's really as soon as they have teeth.
Yeah, it shouldn't take very long, right? Because we just want to be able to get them in, help them get used to seeing the dentist, and then also help talk with the parents about kind of the habits of what's going on, how are they brushing their teeth, if we have any tips that could help, because some kids, they just don't like brushing their teeth, right? Yeah. And so that's where we can come in and be like, hey, here's some tricks you can kind of do.
Yeah, what's the trick that you use for your kids?
My kids are great at brushing their teeth. Yeah, they've always loved it. I love getting those electric toothbrushes though.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, those vibrations, they just want to bite on that tooth. The toothbrush, and it works really well, right? When they're biting on it, it's doing the cleaning for you. Right. Whereas when I try to do it with the manual, they just bite on it and it literally does nothing. So I do like the electric ones, which you can just get it. I think we got ours at Costco.
Yeah.
You don't need the super duper nice ones, the adult ones. Just get the kids ones. They work really well. They're smaller teeth, so.
Yeah, it's people ask, they're debating on which toothbrush to get for their kid, and it's nothing that you should really stress that much about. And so there's lots of good ones out there. If there's bristles on it, it sounds like a good toothbrush
just
for a kid.
Just bristles, right.
There were times when my little guys were young and didn't want to brush that I'd hold them upside down because that's always fun, right?
Yeah.
Like, woo! Or we're doing some sort of gymnastics or something. But then it's really easy to brush them while they're upside down because they're usually open because they're excited. And you just get in there and just brush.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, one of the hard things is really flossing.
Oh yeah.
And so with kids, when do you start flossing, right? I mean, adults have a hard time flossing, so how are you going to get your 2-year-old to floss, right? And it just comes down to, as soon as the teeth are about halfway grown in, I would say, start trying to get flossing, get some floss in there. Again, it's just creating a habit for the kid and getting them used to it. If you can't really get it that well, it's okay. But at least get some floss in there in the mouth every night. And a lot of times kids' teeth, they're not as close together, right? There's some more spacing when you're, as a kid, with the teeth growing, and then adults. So flossing, you won't even feel it kind of click because there's so much space. Right.
Yeah, so you'll kind of get to know your kid's mouth by flossing in there, and if you miss a night or so, don't stress about it. But you'll find I don't really need to floss this one because the floss is just like, woo, and then you'll find the areas that you need to floss, and so that'll be good. But toothpaste, I get asked a lot for kids' toothpaste and recommendations for ones. Do you have a toothpaste that you recommend, Dr. Ames?
There's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah.
I've heard some good stuff about the charcoal toothpaste. And mostly because the kids just love when their face are all black.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever makes the kid excited about it.
I know, right?
So,
yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as the kid's doing it. Then...
Yeah, it's more about the technique, I would say, anyways. Right? It's not like if I suck on toothpaste, all of a sudden I'm not going to have any cavities.
Totally.
So, you can really use any toothpaste, especially one that the kid likes the flavor. That's usually what my go-to is. I wouldn't say use the adult toothpaste as much for the kids because they're really a lot stronger. A lot more chemicals in them, and you don't want the kids swallowing that. So if you do, use a very small amount, or just get the kids' toothpaste because then they can swallow that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, and brushing sooner after a meal is better. So there's a lot of times that I won't even use toothpaste on my kids. We're downstairs in the living room hanging out, and we'll just brush their teeth.
Yeah, it's just, you got the utensils and you got your toothbrush right next to
That's
you.
right, right. Put your dishes in the sink, brush your teeth.
Right away.
But a lot of people assume as dentists that we're perfect with our kids. I'm here to let the parents know that cavities in your kids is not the end of the world. That it happens, and so I feel like a lot of parents will tend to feel like they're a failure if their kid has cavities, or they're embarrassed, with us in the office when that's the case. But I mean, my kids have had cavities. Trust me, it's a normal thing, and so there's no shame in your kids having cavities. But we're here to help, and hopefully you found good information in this video that better prepares you for taking care of your kiddos.
Okay.